Hello and welcome back to Challenger League, where we have Valdez, the biggest Shrek fan of all time. In fact, I've never even seen Shrek even once. Alongside of Wolf, have you ever seen Shrek?
Yeah, like about 20 times. Even once? You don't know about...
How have you seen it 20 times? That's insane.
I mean, I had the VHS growing up, and I had a lot of small cousins that wanted to watch it all the time. And it's
Actually,
also a very good movie.
I've seen like half of the first one.
I've only seen the first one. I haven't seen any other ones, but the first one is a very good movie.
Table? What did he
Chair?
mean? What did he mean by this?
Tablecloth?
Dining?
Glass? Cutlery? So let's talk about the matchup at hand.
I'm definitely not going to see the Barbie movie. I've seen enough brainless media for one lifetime.
So let's talk about the matchup at hand. Hanwha Life Esports versus Live Sandbox Youth. It's going to be a potential banger. It may also be like our second series of the evening, one-sided, as Nongshim and Hanwha Life are a very similar scoreline. Just
Sandbox
the one.
Are like they've got some young talent. They kind of come out sometimes, and you're like, whoa, what's going on here? They oftentimes get at least one win in a series.
Yeah, it does happen.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it, they've only done it like 3 times. But let's ignore that for now. They are definitely young and talented, and they could do it.
Everybody is a Gucci fan, but nobody is as big of a nobody is as popular as Roma these days. Guan, he's got some new glasses. It looks like he is ready to look a little bit less dangerous than he does in this BOG picture.
Yeah,
I like the cute look he's going for. Lure,
very close to the camera. Hello.
Yeah, he's.
Hi. Hello.
He pointed to me.
No, he was pointing at me.
No, he was
100%.
pointing at me. No.
No. He was pointing at chat.
Have you noticed that Lure has changed his style up significantly? He's moving away from looking like Samdi.
Yeah, true.
He looked almost exactly like Samdi for a while there.
Super dive. No, just super dive.
Yeah, that's the slogan.
Yeah.
And now, if you are a huge Hanwha fan and you have a Loki jersey on Hanwha Life, that is the most like hardcore of Hanwha fans that you're ever gonna find.
Yeah. She's proven it right there.
You know, mad respect for that fan.
Mad respect, angry respect,
pure respect,
furious respect.
Romer is just like so done with this intro thing. He's just ready to win the series. Yeah. Over here, Guti, a very handsome mid laner himself, but Diablo, I think, definitely the main point here for the side of Live Sandbox. The top half of the rift.
The hill?
Top half of the rift. It's a little bit less successful, Valdez.
A lot of young players on the squad.
Banjo-Kazooie myself as well.
Yep, Diablo was born in October of 2007, which makes him currently 15 years old. We get asked this every time, and there's going to be this one guy in chat who's like, "What? 15? Aware?" Yes, I have. I am an AI, so I have access to the internet, and that is the most common thing that gets typed after I say it. Lots of fans here for the young Live Sandbox squad. Will the Sandstorm visit the Challenger League Rift tonight?
I heard Darude, you know, the rights to his music is going down these days, and that was pretty good deal. So maybe, yeah. I actually listen to Sandstorm all the time these days.
Really?
I'm in the middle of my early 2000s like trance electronic music section of my life right now. I'm reliving the past. 2-0. Here, the last time they did meet up, I was mistaken. I had the feeling that it was Hanwha Life that had lost to Live Sandbox. So actually, DRX was the team that was upset by Live Sandbox in round 1.
He should be 16, not 15. Get it right. Guys, he turned 16 in October 2007, right? It's 2023, right? So that's 16 years after 2007, right? So you would say, no, he should be 16, right? Well, he does turn 16 in this year, but that date hasn't happened yet. So he's 15 years and about 9 months old. So no, he's not 16. He is 15.
I mean, for some people, it's hard to conceptualize that birthdays and birth years are not the same.
Sorry, Ember. I'm just we do a little trolling, but we have a draft now, so more trolling on the way.
For LCK challengers, that's what I like to see. No birthdays. It's not if it's not my birthday and it's not Valdez's birthday, I don't care.
It was your birthday relatively recently.
It's true, and I didn't even have a party.
We got a cake for you, and then we ate it in front of you.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's appropriate. Okay, finally the Sejuani priority is going to come out. Like, that's been a little bit absent today. As, uh-oh, the Kai'Sa win rate today has been pretty good. Kai'Sa, the sandbox, draft gap, question mark?
No,
they also banned the Tristana? Like, wait a sec.
Jax Azir.
Yeah, I think.
Or
Renekton
Jax
Azir.
Yone.
Renekton Azir also.
Jax.
Okay, Jax is here.
Here comes the rooster. Playing Jax. Azir.
Renekton for the sandbox. Maybe.
Yeah, Renekton or Cassante.
Gragas?
No.
Gragas?
No.
Cassante, how did you know?
Well, it wasn't a full call. It was only a half call because, Renekton or Cassante. But it was one of my two choices that the Korean pro gamers will play.
How do you think Rel gets her hair like that?
A lot of hairspray, a lot of wind. So as much blow drying as possible, probably.
Yeah.
Or maybe just riding on a horse really fast can help.
What about being a horse person? Oh, wearing your horse as pants. Is that how it works?
I think it's a dress.
I think it's pants. Pretty sure.
I don't know.
All right, let's talk about these bans. 80 carries taken away
real
floor.
wolf.
Whatever you say, Gatorade.
Are you gonna cast his wedding though?
What?
He doesn't know. Pepe laugh.
Oh.
Don't worry, he'll ask you soon. Here is Wukong. That's not a pick that Korean pro gamers should play, but they will.
It did not go well for D plus Kia earlier today. They lost T1. Wukong into a Azir Sejuani does sound problematic. Let's see what else is coming through here 80 carry wise. Another Vayne hover just for fun.
Do it.
It's not actually good.
You're just gonna play Aphelios Nautilus or okay.
Braum, actually, I like the Braum here. I unironically, I think
do you love the Braum here?
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Whoa,
yeah. So
somebody got Chronicler on the phone.
Yeah, Victor is bad right now, but of the 3 picks that were chosen, I would like him the most.
Don't need magic damage when you have Kai'Sa. If they
If
build armor, Kai'Sa gonna nuke you down with her W's.
Yone into Jax Azir. I get it, you have a Rel and a Wukong, and you want to make a combo. But how about just getting some additional damage in the mid lane? Annie would have been perfect, but unlucky. He locked in the Cassante early in the draft instead.
Yeah. And if you lock in Annie, and then you say, okay, maybe then Homalife Esports, they target the top lane, they ban away Cassante and Renekton. What do? You play Gragas.
Gragas into Jax.
You
Thank
play
you,
Gragas.
Valdez. Thank you.
And you know what Gragas is really good into? Not only Jax, but also Aphelios. It's really good into Azir. You can do Wombo combo as well, and then you don't have to play Yone.
It is Vincenzo.
Vinny C.
He, as he's often known as, yes. He has a fairly small champion pool, and he has not been the strongest of jungle players here in the LCK. So maybe just relying on a little bit of comfort and combo setup here. But
he's played a lot of Sejuani. Hasn't really won on it. He's actually done decently well on Viego, but
not tonight.
Not tonight.
Yeah, not today.
Not yet.
It's almost sundown, Valdez. You know what that means?
Bomba? Can you play Bomba? Can you say Bomba, please? What happens at sundown?
Bomba,
Do you turn
please.
into a werewolf?
No, but I think what happens at sundown is game 1 begins.
Game 1 begins. As you can hear from the Korean commentators, let's jump onto the rift for game number 1. All right, they did it. We did it. Chat did it.
Chat did it.
But are they going to win it? Are they going to risk it for the biscuit?
For the Trisket registered trademark of Nabisco.
Excuse me?
Risk it for the Trisket.
No, that's not a
sure
thing.
That's the same. I'm pretty sure that's the same.
No, I don't think anyone has
risk it for the Trisket.
ever said that before on broadcast.
Yeah, no, risk it for the Trisket. That's the, you know, the Trisket, the snacks.
No, I don't know
They're
what
almost
a
like
Trisket is.
corduroy in terms of their texture. They have ridges. They're a little bit thick, but
Ridges,
also,
does that mean they're good for dipping?
Yes, but also like more so than that, they're good for cheese and Triscuits. Okay, this is a pretty good copy pasta though.
Korean mosquito.
This is actually pretty legit.
I like the 4,700 decibels that would just like raise a small town. If that amount of wow.
It's pretty good.
Doesn't touch the ground. True. It actually didn't touch the ground the whole time we could see it.
Yeah, I did make it happen though. Eventually.
It wasn't that loud, but 329 meters per second.
Diablo has a pretty good win rate on the Kaisa. 4-2.
Yeah, he do the boom boom sometimes.
He's very good.
Yeah.
See if you can make that a 5-2. Push that win rate up.
Well, here's Guwon. He's level 3, and he will be spotted here. This ward actually coming down from Vinny C as he cleared out the top side of his jungle. And Guwon's like, you know what? I don't care. I have bot side prio. And guess what? If you're going to do this, get some help from your bottom side that has prio. And guess what? He did. As now, over the wall goes Vincenzo. He is going to get away with his Warrior Trickster, but he also lost his blue buff wolf. That's not good.
It's gone. That's going to slow down his level 6 when Wukong is relevant. He's not relevant right now. That's why he lost his camp. His bot lane isn't relevant. He's not relevant. His mid lane's not relevant. His top lane is going to be relevant, but struggling a little bit right now.
Yeah, not thriving. The opposite of thriving. The stock of like 4,700 decibels. Somebody look up how devastating that would be.
A higher win rate for Lure, though.
A lower KDA, though. What does it mean?
It means Kaisa is very difficult to lock down and kill.
It means Kaisa is overpowered and should be nerfed to the ground.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Yeah, that's what I would say. Does she get nerfed in 13-14? Does anyone know?
Is that even out? I don't think so.
I guess not. They might have like released the pre-patch notes.
I think we know that Fury is on it. That's all we know. Roman kind of
winning the trade.
I mean, that was one of the better trades for Guti so far. At least he was able to make that happen. Otherwise, he's kind of just getting shoved out. He almost got like flashed on and died. But okay, here's the Counter-Strike opportunity.
Yeah, so that's Cassante flying at the speed of 329 meters per second. As we got a little fight down here in the bottom side. Nice little Q comes out from Lure. And he's even doing some little residual damage there at the end. Diablo's got to be careful not to step up to that one.
Infernum, the wave clear, the CS advantage.
Test. Do these casters read chat? No, absolutely not. We would never read chat.
I would never do that.
That's just not a good idea. It's very distracting.
Not even a first-time chatter. He knows.
He knows. Does he know?
Honestly, he's aware of it.
Honestly, he's aware of it. 4,700 decibels is really easy to handle. Just build LDR.
There you go.
There you go.
Problem solved. Which weapon slash... this is actually a pretty easy question. See if you get it right. Which League of Legends item is most effective at killing mosquitoes?
Noon Quiver.
Oh, that's not correct. I'm sorry. The answer is Sunfire Cape. The
Oh,
mosquito
you know
gets
what? That
near
makes
you,
sense.
it just
Yeah.
instantly dies.
It
Vaporized.
just vaporizes, yeah.
Yeah.
Just burns to a crisp. Shiv? No, I think Sunfire Cape is actually better.
Yeah, I think Sunfire is the answer, guys. The mosquito has to come into contact with you to bite you, so I'm pretty sure Sunfire is the answer.
Well, we got a little Rel on the loose. Looks like she's going to transform that horse into a long pants, a long skirt dress. All out in the top side. Rooster is getting hounded down, immediately ults back, nearly wins the trade. And Styuk did reconsider going back in on that one.
His Counter-Strike available. I think Rooster was like, maybe I go back on this, but he is actually going to go back on it in the top lane. It did happen and live. As down here, there's
The
a jungler
level
here.
5 exhausted Wukong. Oh god! The flail hits everything, including the clone. And it's going to get a flash out of, I believe, Plan B. Yeah, so Guan trading his flash for that.
Rooster did go back in on the die hook top side, and will actually force him to back. Looks like he's going to stick around. Oh, I thought he was going to push the final wave. Well, because he's Jax, maybe he got like +1 gold from fishing down there in the river. And Jax, you don't know about the Jax fishing?
He went fishing in the river and he got +1 gold?
Yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't you have to sell the fish if you were going to make gold from it?
That's not how it works in League of Legends.
That doesn't make any sense.
You don't have to go to the auction house in this game to make money from fishing. It's crazy. It's not like Final Fantasy 11 where it's like, how long is it going to take me to get back to that town, to go to the auction house and hope somebody buys my carps?
Yeah, I heard you were a big carp fishing
I was.
guy.
That was my old Challengers meta for spring season. I just watched Challengers and sold carps.
I'm watching Challengers live for the first time and don't understand the Korean mosquito. Can somebody explain?
Yeah, somebody in the chat can handle that one.
Yeah, I think if you just spam the copy pasta a couple more times, it would probably work.
I did not get the Liu Shangs. I actually didn't get that deep into it. I was like on the second tier.
Chronicler, I wouldn't say that word out loud. Wolf had a duel with the mosquito earlier, and I won. Oh, this is why you go Q-Max. He's getting in there, Duro, making the plays happen. What a chat.
I think I'm gonna Q-Max Braum from now on. I think Ox was wrong all along.
Yeah. What does Ox even know? Probably a lot about RuneScape, I guess, as we are looking to flash. Lure is in a lot of trouble. Nice Braum ult, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Lure, you know what? He actually doesn't have flash because he used it before. As that is first blood given over to Diablo 4 in the bottom side.
Diablo 4?
Yeah, it's the most recent one that came out.
Oh, okay. I thought this was Diablo 13. Because this is the 13th series he's played this year.
No,
the
it's
season, rather?
it's Diablo 4.
Oh, okay. For the 4 wins that he has. Gotcha. Vincenzo's coming down, right? And Lure and Duro really want to clear that ward. They also will not get it. And they will end up losing their lives for, well, Felius loses first blood. Going over, as you mentioned, so really nicely timed level 6 coming over for Vincenzo. And his early game, a little bit weaker, but guess what? You get level 6, you're a champion. And then you know what? He did champion things. And he's like, I'm going to actually be relevant. And he goes down there, and his relevance was felt. Hanwha Life Esports shaken by the Wukong.
They are shaken. And I wanted to say got him when they got, but actually I feel like it was inappropriate because they in fact did not get the ward, as you mentioned. So what was the point of that in the first place? Nobody knows.
He got the +5 gold, I guess.
Yeah.
But he might have gotten it on the
Maybe.
ping.
True. Maybe no extra bonus gold. And it is a Shiv already done for Kaisa. Taking picking that up early.
First blood, gonna help you speed your way to that item, as that's the only real action in this game. The mid lane has been going very well for Roamer, as is expected. I think this is probably the matchup that is the most lopsided across both of these rosters, as Guti is arguably, well, I mean, it could be Vincenzo, really just depends on form, but like Guti's performances in lane in particular have been probably the weakest out of all three lanes, and then Roamer's performances have been fantastic so far this season. So a matchup you expect to do well, which is why I was a little bit worried about this pickup of the Yone, how much of an impact he's going to be able to make. As it has been perma-prio mid here for HLE. Roamer hasn't done anything with it yet. He's not living up to his name, but
Hey, they got that first streak.
True.
I don't know if that's specifically because of his prio, but they did get something out of it.
He also got a
the
crown.
Rift Herald, which is being dropped now in the mid lane.
Yeah, so double objective despite the first blood. The crown pickup into Cassante, gonna be real with you. Not a huge fan of that. I don't think it's that great. Into the Yone and the Shiv Kaisa. Not a big fan of it. Just not feeling like it's gonna be too great here. But you do you, Roamer. How could I talk smack?
Oh god, the big wombo combo. This is what we're talking about. Jeez, they are just CC'd 100 to 0. I don't care what kind of braum you're going. You can max anything. You can max your F for all I care. You are just dead. And that was a very nice setup from Live Sandbox. They get in there, Common Life Esports, kind of running around the map as if it's theirs. When in fact, as we can see, it's Live Sandbox's map.
I mean, that was just really disrespectful without vision. And like, I mean, actually, they had vision of Plan B. Like, they knew he was there.
Yep. Baited and outsmarted.
Just watching this again, I'm like, it's really just, there's no real saving this, actually. There's no excuse. There's no saving point here to be like, ah, yes, well, at least I totally see what's going on. No, not really, actually. Now it is a 2-kill Yone. So the laning might not be fantastic for Guti, but you know, we put a bunch of gold in his pocket. We'll see what happens.
Give him some money. Yeah.
Paid mid laner.
Yeah, this is really good for Live Sandbox. This is how they're going to win this game. And you know what? Some talk about Chemtech Souls in the chat. We haven't had any Chemtech Souls today. That's because Ox is not casting, nor is he watching.
Yeah, he's just playing RuneScape. It's fine.
Yeah. You know, play a little RuneScape, watch a film. That's what he would say.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he's sitting on Ventrilo, play a little Dota, you know? You feel me, man? You know that song?
A speller lead to Dota.
Yeah. Base Hunter. Yeah. When's the League of Legends?
It's not Bass Hunter. He doesn't fish for the bass.
No. Jax does, though, apparently.
Sounds above 240 decibel can explode your skull. Monka Mega. That mosquito's doing some work. As the
Crown? Crown
Roamer
value?
does
Wait,
not
hold on, Roamer?
dash. Well, he tried, but he got denied.
Imagine if he didn't have Crown. He'd probably just die there. He'd get flashed ulted. Man, I'm here to tell you, Valis, I think maybe Crown was actually the right call. Maybe we were just wrong all along. Maybe it's actually the best item.
It is the best item in the game.
Remember when it came out and we were like, wow, this item is actually the best item in the game. It's super broken, but
it was really good in the beginning.
Yeah, we're kind of like, maybe not actually.
Yeah, we're like, Crown Victor, this is the way. You just run at them, you soak damage, you're just in there like swimwear doing some huge damage, and nothing can touch you. And then we realized, oh, you just proc it. And then it got its cooldown nerfed.
Yeah, and I think some of its AP was nerfed as well.
Yeah, now it's just bad.
But it saved him, man. He only took half of his health bar there. He's back in lane, didn't even have to teleport.
Real?
Real. Real, Valdez.
Real.
No fake. No lie.
No lie.
wouldn't lie to you guys, except earlier today, twice when I did.
Except those times.
But I then told you and admitted that I was lying, and this time I'm not, because I'm not.
All right, I believe you this time, surely.
Well, I was a little bit concerned about what was going to happen to Roamer here.
Do
As we are
Baron.
fighting for this Rift Herald. And the setup in sides is better here for Hanwha Life. Diehuk looks like he's considering going up and came back down. I don't think you can fight this actually as Hanwha Life, to be honest.
I wouldn't. Not against this Wombo combo. Just let it be, farm it out. Try to win sides, maybe.
They're not going to do it. Not going to fight it. Not going to walk up. Not going to challenge. Not going to be near it. Not going to exist in the realm of the Herald.
You should never build Shiv on Yone. You should definitely go Gale Force every time.
Yes. There was like a time where people were building Shiv Yasuo. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah, emphasis on the resting. Not on the ends, that one was too obvious.
Well, that's a teleport. What are we fighting for? Is there a girl worth fighting for here? Is this Mulan, you know? Like,
No, it's not. They didn't even stop the charge. I'm not impressed by Wukong. I've seen enough Wukong. Not impressed.
I mean, he's 100% kill participation.
Yeah.
He did make those plays bottom side and did help when there was the interesting decision that was made with the Braum. Yeah, I don't know, Valdez. I feel like the Wukong has pretty high impact this game.
True. It does spin with the other circles. If you spin fast enough, it kind of just looks like a circle. You could even call it a cyclone, and then you get a magnet storm in there. You know, look at the synergy, right? You get a cyclone and a storm together.
All right, I
like it.
Nah, I'll save this question for later. Actually, this might be a caster and chat community corner situation. I have a good question for chat and for Valdez. And I feel like we're on the cusp of action in this game as well, so I don't want to. It's not a like you say haha I like peanut butter more this way, and then like we move on like it's actually a thought-provoking discussion. I'm gonna save it.
Crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, that's what he would say if I asked him what kind of peanut butter he liked.
Garen's used to it. He's a follower of the Valdez stream. He's used to being sad. To being let down.
Sad, yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm a consistent one now.
I watched a little bit of your stream yesterday.
Yeah.
You were winning. I don't know if you won in the
League of
end.
Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you were playing.
Won the first game, lost the second game. That was a sad one.
50 seconds. I thought we were going to actually have a fight over vision here, but turns out Hanwha Life just kind of get in there, get vision. 3 control wards, one in the pit, one in the tri-brush, one in the river brush there, bottom side, one in the entry point as well. Like, they have this completely covered despite the fact that Live Sandbox has Prio literally crashing into the turret. We are not seeing any attempt to remove vision whatsoever, like, at all. So these are the kind of fundamental problems that Live Sandbox youth has that often leads to their demise, even when they have significant advantages like the one they have now, as Hanwha Life just like walked over and are gonna take this. Like, thank you very much.
Like taking candy from a baby.
I mean,
as Plan B does get a very nice engage. There's the Wombo combo. The damage not quite there though, and the big boom boom comes out from the Aphelios. As a close fight though, the Cassante is going kind of insane. They're trying to get on top of Goody here, but another big knockup from Diehuk is gonna win this one for the side of Live Sandbox. And you know what? Riot has come to visit us here in Challenger League. Praise Mr. Riot, as now Rooster on the run here. He is not going to get away. I guess he wins the 1v1 though. And in the end of the day, it's still a nice Live Sandbox youth win.
I think he's gonna actually try to back. No, guess not. Well, that is...
No, okay, well he gave the kill to Plan B.
There is no reason to go right there. Just go left to the other turret that exists. But anyway, everybody makes mistakes.
if Plan B doesn't get this amazing Magnet Storm engage at like 2% health, then they actually get wiped. They lose their turret, they lose the objective, everything goes disastrously. But instead we have, like I said earlier, I feel like even smaller this time, like we have all 9 of the other champions here in about like a Cassante Q3 radius there. So it was a big ult from Roamer, but a bigger ult from Guti to follow up. Lots of knockups, lots of circles. That fight, honestly, didn't look anything like League of Legends to me. That's not the League of Legends that I know.
Do you think when Guti went in there, he said, Guten Tag?
I don't think so, but I wish he did.
He might have said it to himself, like maybe he didn't say it out loud.
I think he might have said Auf Wiedersehen.
He might have been, you know, a little self-conscious about his pronunciation. Whereas mine was perfect, obviously.
Sure.
Guten Tag. Yeah. Because his name is Guti.
Yeah.
Well, Rooster's fine in the side lane against the Cassante. The other players, when they're grouped up on a pixel-sized piece of the
like,
rift,
can we fit
are not.
Can we fit all 10 champions in the pixel brush? Let's find
I
out.
don't think you can, actually.
I don't think you can either. But it looked like they did.
Somebody should try.
Yeah, that was 2 wombo combos, basically. Crashing into each other, but the better wombo for the sandbox. The team that engages second usually has the advantage, actually. Well, 8 kills to 2. Doesn't feel like Liv Sandbox have that much control over this game, though, to be honest with you about this.
Well, it definitely feels like Hollow Life esports are a bit more confident with some of the maneuvers they're making as a team.
They're just map reads are better, the vision game is better. So, I mean, even though it's an 8 to 2 kills game, it's still only like a 2,500 gold lead, and the map movements here give me pause, because it makes me feel like Hollow Life esports can just outplay Liv Sandbox and end up winning like a 5v3 fight or 5v4 fight because they just have better vision, that they're going to have better setup for these exchanges. I don't think they're going to commit to this one, though, with the Yone and Wukong just above. And this Jax, even though he has his cleaver, hasn't really been a side lane threat this game. Hasn't actually really made an impact in the side at all. So
not yet.
Rooster needs to hit the turrets, kill the minions, push the lanes.
So, Wolf, important question here.
Yeah.
Did you know in the lore that Jax's favorite food is eggs?
That sounds like a not true statement.
Well, Gatoran, you're going to have to cite your sources.
Yeah, I just don't know about that. That sounds like...
Please submit your paper by midnight tonight.
No, you can't use Wikipedia as a source.
Yeah, and then you just go to Wikipedia and use their sources.
Exactly. See,
Sources.
Valdez knows.
Yeah.
Valdez was a kid in the technology boom.
True. Nowadays, you just use ChatGPT. Or you
Loading
can just go to
screen
any
tips.
Twitch chat and copy stuff.
Do we actually trust the loading screen? Because sometimes it's giving me some bad advice, I feel like.
I don't think there are tips in the loading screen.
I think there are.
I don't read those. Which pick has advantage?
I don't really know.
I'm going to say
what the,
first
I don't
pick
understand the
generally
question.
has advantage. If we're talking about like first versus second pick. That's what I would say.
Okay.
Other than that, Piccolo is like okay, but yeah, I wouldn't say it has advantage or anything like that.
What about picks from Lulu?
It's pretty
we're
good.
just, wait,
Yeah, it
hold on,
might
we're
have
just
advantage.
starting Baron?
Yeah, I mean their turn is
Teleport is
10 out
very
of 10.
late.
Their turn is 11 out of 10.
They're not going to do it though, Valdez. They're just not going to turn.
Well, what do they do? What was that?
You ever just ult your teammate as
You ever just
Kaisa
run
and
away?
Leave? Okay. All right, well now HLE will do Baron. Oh man, this is
You ever
disastrous.
yeah. It actually
This is
that scene from
unacceptable.
SpongeBob.
I actually just can't. I can't. They actually have to contest this.
All right, they will. Okay, a little Magnet Storm. Nice timing on the divide, but it's not going to matter. The wombo combo is there. Down goes Roamer and 2-1.
That's game.
And that is going to be a huge fight in favor of the Sandbox. Now they can take the Baron.
Yeah, I think that's game. I mean, look at how confidently they were able to just walk up and take that. I was shocked when they just straight up left for some reason. Imagine if they had this engage where instead of actually having this crazy wraparound setup, they just walked towards HLE in a choke point. They didn't, but then they did this, and yeah, you can disengage against the Rel. The problem is that she already did her job, so like, oh, I send you away now, vile horse person. and then the rest of the team gets engaged on.
Braum can't disengage against Yone. He can't quite disengage against Rel either, and it's very difficult to disengage against the Wukong. Maybe he shouldn't have played Braum.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay on the follow-up, but I mean, they were on Baron. There was like no way to avoid that fight unless Liv Sandbox blocks.
This is engaged Braum, I think, actually, so he's not actually looking for it for the disengage.
I mean, maybe you're right, but it's wrong to be right in this case, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, horse girls, red flag. Human girls, green flag. It's generally, you know, if you're a human, that makes more sense.
What about blue flags?
You know what's a blue flag? Is someone who eats out of a blue cereal bowl.
What about headless horse people?
What about them?
Like headless people who ride on horseback. What kind of flag?
I mean, generally they're pretty nice.
Yeah, but what kind of flag are they? Like, what flag do they fly?
Yellow.
Yellow?
Yeah. Or like a ghastly green.
So
like Hecarim.
So horse girls red flag, normal person green, normal girls with green flag, or human girls, sorry, green. You know, pirates, Jolly Rogers flag.
Yeah.
Hurricane's coming, that red flag with like double flags with like a little bit of black on it. You know, 50 stars, American flag. Yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to get it.
Yeah, that's true.
Cat girls are not real. What does that mean?
There are definitely a lot of female cats out there, so.
Yeah, and also
Pretty sure
girls
it's
who
a real
like
thing.
cats. And also girls with cat ears.
All of those things are real.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he meant.
You know
by
what's
that.
not real, Valdez? The chances of HLE coming back in this game.
Honestly, I'm aware of it.
I'm just saying it to you, but
If
I'm
Liv
mostly saying
Sandbox
it to
wins
the
this
chat.
series, I will get a Whopper with cheese.
Okay.
This guy's making big bets today.
It really is. I don't know about the chances of that happening, so I hope you weren't looking forward to it. This Aphelios is on 2 items. The death cap is almost done for Roamer. But this Jax has not really gotten a whole lot done this game. And I think that the best way for HLE to win a fight is by Jax. Okay, the death cap's done. It's by Jax pushing really deep. And I mean, like,
It's not even a cap, man. It's like a wizard hat.
I know, it's look, don't,
Why do we even call it
I
death
don't
cap?
know. It looks like a nightcap, but
It's
not
like
really.
a death wizard hat.
Yeah, look, I don't make the rules, but I think the only way that HLE have any chance in this game, and even this is like a shot in the dark, it's like a shot in the dark, if you know what I mean.
I see, yeah. I think I get it.
Like, it's like you have to take a shot in the dark to then have a shot at the shot in the dark. But you have to push super hard in the side lane, which means not matching up against Cassante, trying to go against the Yone somehow, and like pushing as far as you can to require a second person to come over during an objective, like during this next Baron fight, for example. And maybe if you get 3 people to come, then you can actually like basically win that fight somehow. You know,
Death Cap is the name of Teemo's mushrooms.
True.
That's why it's named Death Cap. Not because it looks like a cap.
That doesn't make any sense because that hat doesn't look like a mushroom either.
I mean, it kind of does.
I don't think so.
A little bit, but
Not even slightly, actually. I don't think so. It looks more like a cap than it does a mushroom. I'll tell you that.
no cap.
But instead, Jax is going to sit under Krugs
and not have enough money to buy Hullbreaker and bought Zonias instead.
When are we going to get Jax and Zach in the same game? Seems like a nice duo.
I think we were closer to it in spring than we are now. Zach was kind of popular as a mid pick back then. Not so much right now. Keria was, you know, doing his Zach support thing as well, but kind of forgot about Zach. Nobody plays Zach anymore.
Poison Puff Caps. No cap.
Okay.
At what point do Liv Sandbox need to pull the trigger on this one? I guess on the Baron?
Yeah, I mean, just right at Baron. They just literally group for Baron, and it's like literally you can't lose this game now. I'm like channeling my LS here, you know, where I'm just like, no, it's literally done. Like, we don't even have to commentate this. Like, this game is that done.
This is the part where he talks about Pokemon.
Yeah. I mean, like, the HLE are in the Master Ball. There is no breaking out. They're about to send them to the PC box. PC box 12. Isn't that what it's called? PC box?
I thought it was just the PC. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, it is the PC, but like, which PC box? Because there are 12 PC boxes.
Box 12 aware. Here we go. Big Rel ultimate, big wombo combo. Who could have seen this coming? They do it again. They don't even need the Baron. They just kill the rest of Hololive Esports, and they make it look easy. And the engage is perfect. The lead is perfect. The win is almost perfect. Liv Sandbox going to dunk on Hololive Esports in game one.
They just prepared really well. I didn't like the Yone pick that much. I didn't think they were going to be able to execute on it. The laning phase was weak. We didn't trust the Wukong. But when Hololive are just walking into Rel engages left and right, I mean, you can press Yone R, after Rel presses R, press Wukong R. That's what they did. They pressed R. There were circles, there were lines. And Liv Sandbox with arguably our most one-sided game of the day here.
Oh yeah.
Not close for even a second. We've had a lot of Rel POGs down here.
We're gonna have another one. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, again, you can see here, like, look at the core. Roamer, Lure, Duro all together. Luan getting in there as well. He, like, tried to save them by putting his body on the line just to die immediately as well. And Jax is like...
is just, like, also here, like, well, I guess I'll ult as well. Who knows?
It's the wombo combo. Everybody's, you know, Magnet Storm, Cyclones. You're getting Yone ultimate follow-up, and then Q3 comes out from Cassante. You don't get to move.
It was a very easy game for Liv Sandbox because Hololive Esports did not respect the engages. I mean, that last engage as well, like, I mean, that's about as close to a /FF as it gets, is just walking in mid as a group to get engaged on. Like, not entirely sure what the thought process was there, but
they were trying to bring them away from the Baron, maybe get a pick or something, but again, the positioning was not great.
I mean, they didn't have vision. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do in this position as Hololive, but
Zero R was not able to deny because Rel got on top of them and Yone doesn't care about it, so once you start the wombo combo, you're not able to press your buttons at all. Braum didn't even ult in the last fight. I don't even know if he got a door up. And that was that.
Yeah, I don't want to see Hololive Esports think this is going to be the answer to this comp a second time. We're going to have to see some draft changes. Notably, maybe Rel needs to have a look, you know, I would say, as plan B. Yeah, he's going to get it. 100% kill participation as well. 17 out of 17. That is crazy. That is so rare. But in a game like this, literally he pressed R and they won the team fight every time. There were no exceptions. There were no solo kills. There were no weird shenanigans. It was just Rel to win.
100% Pog?
Probably.
I think he was just saying Pog because of 100%, but I'm like, he was probably also 100% Pog.
I hope so. Otherwise, we were going to have a conversation with some awkward Pog voter.
I wish we could talk to media.
If they voted for Yone here, I would have been very sad.
R. Just press R.
Was it 100%?
Just roll your R's.
Yundo, was it 100%? I want to know.
Yeah, the 6 out of 8. I don't know about the cringe 8 gamer, but seems like we're heading down that path.
It does seem that way.
And speaking of path, let's take a 5-year break and come back for game 2. Hello, we are back for game number 2 of this 3rd series of the night. Home Life Esports up against Live Sandbox. Live Sandbox, they got a lot of circles and a lot of engaged stuff. And yes, we are resume comment. And they just boomed him. Does it happen again, Wolf?
Probably not. Probably not. I don't think so. Because I think that we're probably going to see some draft adaptation for Hanwha Life Esports. Probably going to see some bans or some different draft priority. The Azir pick was not too sold on it. Rather see maybe a little bit anti-prio in a situation like this. You know, maybe that's the way. Maybe that's how you win this one. Yeah.
Radfax getting new subs today, easy. I'm actually partial to Plink rather than XDD. I think that XDD is kind of, it's whatever.
I just don't get it. Like, to be honest. Like, Plink, I get it. Because there's, like, with Plink, the point of Plink is that it's cute and it looks funny.
Yeah.
XDD, it's just
like
an ugly rat.
it's a rat who's like smirking mischievously because that's what rats do. They're like, they steal stuff and they're like dirty and, you know, doing weird things that just like all of Kadril's chat. So that's why he is the XDD chatter, right?
He's coming for you next, Valdez.
He's the one who made it. XDD, he's the one who made it so big.
Is he the one who made it big?
I think so. Have you been in his chat?
I mean, in League of Legends, maybe, but I think maybe probably
his entire chat is only XDD.
Yeah, but
and Walta.
I think probably other people, other people probably do some XDD action. You know?
Yeah, but you know, there's a reason they were calling him the King Rat.
All right.
Or the Rat King. I don't know.
I think the Rat King is an enemy in The Last of Us. Part 2.
It's also a hero in Hearthstone Battlegrounds. I think it might be like a Warcraft.
Yeah, I think
thing.
it's just like a trope actually, because I think there's a Rat King in Ni no Kuni as well. I might now I kind of want to look this up.
Yeah, just type XDD in the chat, and you can learn a little bit more about the Rat King.
Oh wow, it is an actual thing.
Yeah, it's where all the rats get stuck together.
Whoa, I've never heard of this before.
It's kind of messed up.
Wow, this is insane.
Don't Google it. Like Wolf is right now. All right. Well, anyway, we are getting into game number 2. Wolf is very unhappy about the Rat King and about XDD. So
Today I learned.
Let's add some Plink in the chat. Even though we can't see the cat, we can think about the cat. It's very cute and nice. Oh my god! Oh my god, hide!
It's okay. Sculptor worldwide.
I'm looking at Rooster fighting. True, sculptors are everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not attached to one particular region. As it looks like Lure may need some additional time to get his sound working.
Do you know that Wukong was streamed by Master Yi?
I learned this after I found out that they were both Wuzu style users. So, whoa, that was...
Whoa!
Oh, I'm scared something's about to happen to us, Valdez. When the music makes that sound, it's not a good thing for the main characters.
Are you P?
Oh
yeah, you're ENFP, right? No, you're not. You're ENFJ.
Wait, hold on. What is he saying? Is he saying fight, 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 fight?
He's barking.
Is he barking? Oi! Oi!
Oi!
I'm actually I'm kind of in love with this song now.
This song is kind of scary.
Hype? Hype! Hype, hype,
oh,
hype,
they changed
hype.
it.
Could be hype.
Because we like it.
Nah, it's because the draft is starting, Valdez.
Oh. Sorry. Draft music is on. Oi, mate. Live Sandbox from the red side were able to achieve quite the draft. As Hanwha Life Esports, you know what would have been really good into that comp? Poppy. But guess what? Instead of playing it, they're just going to ban it again.
Hmm.
No, I think Wolf was ENFJ.
Yeah.
I think.
So
Cats can have a dominant
This-
front paw. Studies have shown that male cats tend to favor their left paw, while female cats may
This
have a dominant
draft-
right paw.
looks the same to me, Valdez.
You know Charlie, she does paw, like with the trick.
Yeah.
She uses her left hand.
Yeah, I think my cats have dominant paws as well. Most of them right.
But
right
Charlie's
paw.
a female cat. Why isn't her dominant hand the right paw?
Oh my God, Valdez, we're just doing this again. We're just running it back again, a second time today. Did not go well
Pick Annie this
for
time?
bro.
Nope.
Nope. Now ban Yone, please, please. That's not Yone.
Wait, that's another pick that would be good for them.
I know.
Ah!
Well, they can't. I mean, I guess
If
they
I
can
had
play
access
support, but
to 7 TV in this channel, I would absolutely add emote. Have you ever seen that one? 3 or 4
Yeah.
capital A's in a row.
yeah.
The cat who's yelling. Yeah. That's what we
Please
need
ban
right now.
Yone Hanwha, please. No, that's not it.
Annie banned again.
This is legit just going to be the same game twice, isn't it? I mean, they don't have to lock in Wukong now, or sorry, the Yone now. They could really do whatever they want. There's no way to deny it here for Hanwha Life unless I want to play Yone bot, in which case it's already over.
I found out why Charlie's left-handed when she does the thing. It's because we reach out with our right hand, and she matches with her left. Because we're right-handed. Same draft.
Huh.
Yeah. So we got absolutely giga-bodied in the first game. Let's do the same thing.
This did not go well for OK Saving Spank Freon to run it back. The same draft
Mm-hmm.
in our second series
Yeah.
for Hanwha. I worry that we will have a similar situation. This is not a scrim block. This is Live Sandbox getting an extra win here. If they win this, you going down to 9-4, which could affect your playoff seeding. And look, last time I said this draft looked pretty good for Hanwha. I still think that there's some serious potential here, and I think if you play around top side, get the Jax ahead, and he becomes a side lane threat, you have a lot of power elsewhere, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Like, we already talked about all this. We already did all this draft analysis. I just have no faith, based on how we saw Hanwha play last time, that they understand the power that I think this draft has. And there was like a 5-minute break between games where the coaching staff was probably getting really intense with them and talking about it, but I don't know if you in 5 minutes time can figure out all the problems they had in game 1. In fact, I just go as far as say, like, I don't think you can. Not at this level. Just don't see it.
Live Steve Box confirmed. Ah! Okay. Well, guys, yes, it's 1 p.m. and my eyes hurt. It is, it's 8 p.m. and my eyes hurt after seeing this again. Run it back. Run it back and let's see what happens. I don't know. Maybe Hanwha Life Esports do play it out better. Maybe
Yeah, let's see.
Maybe they don't just run at the 5-man
Let's find
Mambo
out.
combo. Definitely would be in their best interest, I would say, Wolf. But we are ready. Let's hop on the rift for game number 2.
Fellas, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like it that we talk over the fan chants. That
Well.
goes against everything that exists in Korean esports tradition. And now that we have those, I'm gonna have to stop eventually. I don't know. I think Korean fan chant tradition is greater than making weird sounds at the beginning of every game. And I hate to say it, but this might be the beginning of the end for me if we keep having Korean fan chants. I don't know. I don't
And you
know
know
feel
what?
about I'm conflicted, but
Even before you made that decision, Wolf, I think production made it for us. You know why? Because they said the fans were louder than the doo-doo-doo. And in our studio, our doo-doo-doo was much louder than the fan chants, which means that they're mixing the volume so that the fan chants are probably at 90 and we're at like a 40. So they're saying, hey,
stop
fan
it.
chants.
Yeah, they're saying stop it. And you know what? I'm actually behind it. This might be the last one we ever do.
Yeah.
If this goes to 8, I'm gonna go hard. And I'm gonna make sure we really hit it one more time, and that'll be the last one for me, probably, unless we like somehow lose fan audio or like there's a day where nobody shows up. Rest in peace.
Those days do happen. End of an era. Yeah. Maybe we could do it after the fan chant in solidarity. We've started our own tradition.
I don't know. The whole point of it was to do it at the right timing, though.
Yeah, true.
Maybe production could figure out a way to time it better so that we get both.
Little engage Areno. Nice try from Plan B, but now he's down his flash.
One more. Braum passive stack?
Oh, the Braum Q takes it on level 2, makes a play.
Guwon is going to get spotted by this ward, so they better get out. Yeah, you
Better get out. Oh, the flash Q! Plan B's so dead, and he will give his life for the cause. And they will give that kill over to Lure. A much better start here for Hama Life Esports.
Guwon with the aggressive pathing to actually proactively stop the bottom push. Not going to just go take the blue buff from Vincenzo. Going to go take the Rel buff.
The Rel buff.
I mean, he killed Rel.
The horse buff.
Be gone, vile horse person. The flash Q exhaust.
Yep.
And he just decides to
How
save
good
his
is
80 carry.
Braum at engaging? By
We
the way?
love the Braum here.
Yeah, we love the Braum's engage, and I just really want to call out that I think Ox is wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I said it earlier. It
Yeah,
turns out that
all the Korean supports are like, no, he's an engaged support, and he will be played in an aggressive manner to set up kills, to land stuns, to ult people that are coming in, set up the counter engage. It's where he engages while you engage, and he does it better.
plus, I mean, as far as I know, this may just be a rumor, but I read on GameFAQs.com that if you every point you add to Q is room.
Okay, don't worry, Duro's about to engage.
Every point you add to Q lengthens Braum's mustache slightly.
Oh, wow. Then it's absolutely the best choice.
Yeah, you could see it in his portrait as well as in the in-game model. That is when Duro's not holding the door in front of his face. But yeah, it's kind of a unproven but definitely likely fact because I read it on GameFAQs.com.
No, GameFAQs is 100% true all the time. Unlike Wolf.
Yeah, I had this weird bug with my Smash Melee copy where if I got 30 kills on Cruel Melee, Sonic and Tails and Sonic didn't challenge me, and I couldn't actually unlock them, but it was definitely a real thing, and it just took until Brawl came out to get Sonic, I guess.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird bugs.
Weird bugs.
GameFAQs knows.
GameFAQs knows, man.
Yep. There's Duro looking to engage again. Nice try. You went to the truck to get Mew? I remember trying to do stuff
No, I
with
didn't
like
do that.
the unknown, you know, like the unknown dudes, unknown Pokemon
Yeah,
dudes.
Crystal?
Yeah, with like the rare candy, like set up a glitch in the ocean or whatever, and I don't remember exactly what it was, but I tried to do that to get Mew, or it was a Mewtwo.
Mew, yeah. The truck is the weird truck and unknown thing was Mew, which you could only get from like a specific event. And then Mewtwo was
It was missing on Cinnabar Island.
That was when you go up and down on the shoal surf. Cinnabar Island, yeah. To repeat one specific item.
Oh, maybe I was doing the thing where I was duping rare candies. That might have been what I was doing.
So somebody told me that if you do the missing no thing, it corrupts your save file. And I didn't believe them. And so I tried to corrupt my save file a lot in a bunch of different ways, and it didn't corrupt. Just no matter what I tried, it wouldn't actually break my game, so I just don't know if that's true.
I did that when I was like 6 years old. I still have no idea how that info spread when the game was in English and I was a Dutch 6-year-old and the internet wasn't really as big of a thing.
Kids
Chronicler,
talk, man.
you don't remember me calling you? What? I thought we were friends.
Kids talk. They get the info out. For me, like the biggest life changer was figuring out how to turn the alarm off in GoldenEye.
Yeah, I remember that.
Somebody's like, just go up to the terminal and press B. I'm like, what? I just shot it and exploded, then the alarm went off and it was like, mission failed every time. I don't know how to beat this part. Everyone's like, just press B. I'm like, you mean you can control it?
Yeah. Good times.
What was that? It was the winter level. I can't remember what it was called. But yeah.
Someone in chat.
Is that the one where you need 006?
No, that's facility.
No. Oh, Laura wanted to go
Trevelyan.
back.
He's gonna back, don't worry.
But he got D9.
Delayed. Back complete.
Back complete. What if every time we recalled, one of your favorite casters just said that?
That would be pretty annoying for me actually. I think the caster would probably become less favorite for me over time.
How do you say book in Dutch? Boek.
He's asking because he knew the answer already because he watched LCK.
Ooh, the engaged Braum. Duro making the plays happen, getting the flash away from Diablo. Even though he had cleanse.
So right now Hanwha have a significant gold lead. They're trying to get these early objectives again, trying to go first Drake into first Herald. Got a kill on the Kai'Sa, right? First blood picked up. That kill on the Rel. But we don't have any proof just yet that they can actually team fight against this Rel. Because now Rel has level 6. And this was really the defining factor, was the Rel ultimate, the Magnet Storm. And for some voters, including Yundo, it was the R button of the Yone. Like they both worked in tandem.
Second?
Yeah. They worked in tandem. Let's see if we see a Rel R button on this fight.
I have a feeling we will.
I think so, although they're walking away.
Never mind, my feeling is canceled.
Horse person evacuated.
Evacuation of the horse person.
Complete.
Yes, and Guguan is going to pick up that eye. I think they got this last time.
Yeah,
and he
no, it
dropped
was exactly the
and,
same thing.
Yeah.
Dropped it mid. Turret survived
They
for a long
also
time.
did Tech Drake first, but then it was Chemtech second.
I don't remember.
And then it was Ocean Soul.
That one I don't remember, but it was first Drake and first Herald.
I kind of feel like Riot's trying to fool us. Like it is the same game, but they're changing some small details to make it look not quite the same.
It's like some 1984 stuff going on in
Yeah.
here. Like, yes, HLE did win game 1 exactly as you remember. I'm like, what? No, I think they lost.
You just
Illuminati.
you need to re-examine Wolf.
Well, that is kind of the point. That's HLE said we're going to re-examine game 1 with this draft, running it back. And Liv Sandbox were like, oh yeah, okay, I'm down for that. But so far they haven't really been as down for it.
A little bit of Dudadunga here in the mid lane.
Is that what that's called?
Yeah, Goody's going in.
Back delayed. Braum Q
Back
cooldown
denied.
activated.
Dude, Duro's getting so much value out of all of those Qs that he has put into the enemy. Uh-oh. Going all out under the turret. Flash away from Ruler. The Q3 is going to go wide.
Flash away from Ruler.
Yeah. Ruler at the top of there. Like these
Okay,
challengers.
okay.
Yeah, Ruler.
Ruler's just, he's in every game. Watch out, he'll get you. Vincenzo looking for the angle? He's on the angle?
He's got the angle.
Anglo-Saxon? No, he's not an Anglo-Saxon. Sorry.
Oh.
He thought he had the angle, but he's not.
That's another plate here for the mid laner and the
Guwan's like, yoink. Thank you. I'm just here to leech plates. I'm a bit of a plate lurker. Long time lurker, first time plate gatherer.
Yeah, he went in there and yeah, that wasn't very fair. He's like taxing the lane without even doing anything. He just dropped a Rift Herald and he got half of 3 plates. Or 2. Anyway,
Plus
it's not
88.
fair. Plus 88 times 2.
Somebody just pinged something a lot.
Yeah.
I wonder what it was. You think it was Rooster's Flash? No, I don't think so. What did they mean by this? Drake at 15, maybe? Maybe Drake spawning at 15?
That's definitely it, yeah.
Okay.
Not
They
like
have a lot
the Kappa.
They have a lot of cryo here in Live Sandbox. Look, they're just going to give this up. Uh-oh. Maybe if you, once you just know the secret answer not to clump up Pharrell, maybe this comp was better like I thought originally. Maybe Wolf was right all along? Question mark? Maybe the Azir is pretty good into this if you just ult at the right timing like we saw in mid.
Maybe we do love the Braum here, actually.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of insinuating a little bit. Like, maybe Aphelios isn't actually that immobile into this composition. Maybe Jax can side lane? I don't know, but...
Let's see what they do on the first Infernal Drake. I think that's going to tell us a lot. Because we're getting to a point where, yes, Helmet Life Esports are in a better spot in this game. They have not face checked nearly as many brushes. They got a lead in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
But if they group up as 5 and stand there against Live Sandbox on the Infernal Drake and get Wombo comboed again, then we are going to have a little bit of an issue.
Bit of an ambiguous situation.
Yes.
Except not really ambiguous at all.
Lacking some critical information.
Got him. Oh.
Little boom boom coming out here from the Jax stick.
Grasping
at straws.
Okay, Vincenzo. Is he an Anglo-Saxon this time?
Q gonna miss again. That's some plate gold here for Lura and Duro. That's it.
I don't know if we want to fight over the non-existent Drake here, Live Sandbox. I think maybe just put the ward in that tri-brush next time and...
I think Duro's just itching to engage. He's looking for the angle.
He just can't help it.
Yeah. He's like, maybe I can jump over that wall.
I mean, honestly, he kind of could have, to be honest. Like,
yeah.
He definitely could have given it an old crack, you know? Like, give it a real try. Go the whole 9 yards and all that.
You probably didn't see G2 play it last night, but what's your guys' opinion on Rel Jungle?
No, I went to sleep for my own
as
sanity.
you know, I was watching CD-LOL and I saw this in the jungle. It's not very good.
You watch CBLOL Academy, yeah.
Yeah. 3Q for Braum.
I think Rel Jungle's actually pretty alright. But I think that our teams don't know how to play it yet, and I think there are stronger options available, but I think if the jungle pool is thin and you still need some engage, I think it's pretty okay. We don't really draft that way to where you flex jungle later. That's just not how the LCK works. We prio for jungle early, so. Roamer...
Round value?
Yeah, again? Just like game 1? Uh-oh.
Whoa, what is... Oh, man.
Just can't kill this guy.
Yeah, you win a second point in the E, so Duro actually is thinking about
wait.
his build.
Wait. Really?
Yeah, only 3
I didn't
points
see that
Q.
yet. I'm not saying it didn't happen, I just saying I didn't see it.
Let's see what happens at level 8.
Danger ping.
Oh no. Alright, Duro, I'm just
okay,
I'm
this
more
is the
invested
plan
in
B
getting
angle.
level
Hold on,
8.
this is the plan B angle. Guan, watch out. They're coming in.
At least this time it's only Guan.
Don't walk into plan B. Ooh, the Braum Q.
The Braum damage. They're getting in there as the Braum knock up and a massive crit goes out from the Aphelios Infernal. Gonna hit everybody. This time it's Live Sandbox who are stacking for them.
Get in there.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Leap.
He's fine. I just want to gasp.
Maybe they did learn after all.
I mean, we will watch this again, and you will see that even though Plan B is an engage range of the Braum, he's like, that's a Braum. He's like, oh, Azir has Crown. There's nothing I can do here. And then they just get obliterated by Sejuani and a big Aphelios ult. Turns out if you just wait in that bush and get AoE'd yourself into Infernum ult, it's going to be bad. It's not going to go it's not gonna be a good thing for you. It's not healthy, actually, it turns out.
Yeah, no, generally if your health bar hits 0, or in this case, since there's no numbers, if you don't see any red left in your health bar, that's generally a bad thing, and you're probably going to have to go respawn.
Yeah, the LSB in this game stands for Let's Stop Battling. And they have not been battling. They have not been engaging. They have not been fighting. They've just been kind of sitting back and
that would have been a good
losing.
one to add to the era of
greatly
reluctant fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't want to go. Let's stop battling.
Let's stop battling.
He just added. Oh, it's 3Q3. He's actually so based.
Oh wait, we missed it. Yeah.
Somebody get Ox on the phone right now.
So the early game where the Q is going to be a Paxful in lane.
Yeah.
Got that part. Now we're moving into a little bit of setup for engage. A little bit of slows to get your Sejuani into positions for the Azir ult as well. Now we're going into the E. All right, cool. I like to see it.
Yeah, 3-1, 3-1.
Wow,
Huge.
big.
I think Ox is going to want Duro to be promoted to the LCK. He's going to talk about this day every day. Every day we're going to go in, he's going to be like, unlike Duro, this guy is maxing Q.
I mean, he was maxing Q until he wasn't. You know what I mean?
Well, he says that 3Q is fun. Ox said it.
And then why are we always complaining before he gets
He's on the
3Q?
record.
I'm just saying.
Well, no, he gets 3Q and it's like not the best. Ox is great. But then they always go for 5Q. Alright, let's not do that again.
Okay, this is the plan B angle. He has flash.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Just
He's
waiting,
not looking for it. He's walking
waiting.
away. Okay, now he's waiting. He's waiting.
Waiting.
He's waiting. Is he
Waiting
going?
for it.
He's considering going. He's giving it some
Unless-
thought. He's giving it some thought. He's like, maybe
Ooh,
not.
on the right side, Goody's dead.
Oh, he's going.
He's going in. Huge wombo. There's the One ult, and they did it again, but the damage is not quite there. Here comes the Wukong, though. Finally, but a little bit too little, too late.
Diablo is doing some damage.
And Diablo's just a little bit too weak at this point. And the Jax is just a little bit out of control this time around.
Yeah, too big to fail. It was really cool. I didn't know my voice could go that high pitch. Ever since my voice changed when I was a young lad, you know, it hasn't really gone that high since. Let's watch this again because I want to see exactly how this goes down because Lure is very big. Okay, we can't. Yeah, all right. So in this replay, Plan B flashes in. Vincenzo is very late for the combo, actually. And unfortunately, just not a whole lot you can do against this very survivable Crown Azir. And that's that. So yeah, you got Lure, but at a hefty price. Now it's going to be Baron on spawn. I don't know about this.
Just do the Baron.
No ults yet from that last fight.
Diablo's not alive, so that's really the biggest issue. Rooster is just jumping over the wall alone. And he's going to have a lot of help from the Aphelios at least, but Vincenzo's still alive, always going to get prom queued, and immediately he dies as he goes over the wall. Nice try from our little Live Sandbox jungler, who is now 0-3. Down he goes, Hama Life Esports, 9-1, and in massive control of the game this time.
So have you ever wondered, you know, what it would be like if we could live in a parallel universe where we could see a...
What is that emote?
I don't know.
My name is not Beth. What is that emote?
So have you ever wondered if we could live in a parallel universe, what it would be like in an alternate reality where you could go back and change the results of something that happened, or if you had a regret, you could actually go back and redo something and make it so that you got the outcome you were looking for. Because while that doesn't happen in real life, and while there is no way to actually go back in time and fix the errors of your ways and solve your regrets, in this series, apparently all you have to do is run back draft, and you can fix everything. And it's actually just a total redo. It's
do it
totally
again.
okay. Just play the same game and just be good this time, Forehead.
Unless No, nothing happened.
Just be good this time, Forehead. Yeah, and then 9-1, the Soul Point, Infernal Soul as well. You just get that one the second time around with the do-over. What if you could just run it back? You know, this is the successful run back. It's not salty. It's sugary sweet. It's the sweet run back. It's a tasty run back. Successful one.
Oh, double knockup. Where is the rest of the team?
Where's the damage?
Well, Plan B immediately just got ulted by the Sejuani, so there was no follow-up. And Rooster's gonna live. And now the FLE is, oh, okay, Diablo just, you know, decided to press his buttons a little bit. Vincenzo gonna try as well.
They pushed the end?
That's the end.
That's a quick one. That's a bot POG for me, by the way. I'm going bot.
Bot?
Yeah, I'm a bot voter.
Are you a one-deer voter?
A what? Yeah, I'm a
one-deer
voter, yeah, that's right. I'm a bot voter.
Game's not over.
Well, yes it is, but the Nexus is still alive. This is true. Watch this fight one more time, in which Plan B is not able to do anything here. It's the third Q, the Q knockup from Guti that starts it off. And then Plan B's engage is after he goes back to his soul, and yeah, this was very disjointed. This is like the anti-game one, the antithesis. This is the, what's the word for this?
Opposite day.
Well, I mean, yes, but like there's a good word for this.
Light the torches.
I don't know, someone in chat will back me up. I'm only just paid to talk about things for a living, but can't do it.
The Gary.
Oh, no, I really want to know what it is. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's really bothering me. Oh, well. Too bad I don't have, like, chat GPT open on my phone right now. I'll have to look it up and know what the answer is.
The antipasti.
I'm gonna find it.
Guess we'll just never know.
No, I'm gonna find it, and it's okay because the game is 100% over, unfortunately for Live Sandbox.
Hey, we got Live Sandbox lurking. Any lurkers in the chat?
My phone can't figure it out either.
Runaway Vincenzo.
Maybe the word isn't real. Maybe it doesn't exist.
It's the
Okay,
opposite.
Plan B, he is flanking. He's out there with Faker, man. That's where Faker is out there flanking like this.
No, I think Wolpe is there.
No, that's just, people are asking where Faker is. He's like somewhere between where Plan B was and where Pool Bay was that one time.
What is he trying to remember? I don't know if Wolf knows either.
No, I just wanted to know there's a word for opposite that's like contrary, but it's not contrary. Anyway, it's the opposite.
The
of game one.
antithesis.
Antithesis is another word, but you know,
That is a
not,
word, yeah.
It's not, it starts with a C.
The consternation.
Yeah, it starts with a C, but I don't know, guys. It's not important. What's important is that we got to watch the same game twice in 2 different versions, the alternate ending. This time, Hano Life didn't game over. Okay, they actually won the story. This is actually the story.
Contradictory?
No, not contradictory.
We need to figure this out before the end of the game.
No, I don't think we do. I think it's okay. We can move on.
Here comes Dahyut. Dahyut. Oh my god, that was dirty. That was a huge stun that comes in, and Goody's trying to shore this one up, but he's just dying too fast. Sandbox are going in like lemmings one by one. As okay, we get a little spinny spin at the end. That was pretty cool, but still Roamer lives. And Diablo, well, he's going to have to go up against 6-0 and 8. Azir with some help from his friends.
Well,
Converse.
yes, that's the one.
Corresponding?
Converse. Yes, that's the. This is the Converse.
Conflicting.
This is the Converse of game 1. That was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Converse sneaker.
Thank you,
Oh,
chat.
he cleared the wave. Okay. All right, Plan B's got this. He's going out. Little stun. Oh, they took turret aggro, and they actually can't. They can't end.
Yes, they. Wait. Can they not?
Yone stun.
Gute doesn't have ult,
Yone
but
spawn.
yeah, I guess they just don't have enough.
So the game isn't over. Is the
Well,
bronze
are
MVP?
we-
I think exhaust is the MVP.
Are we just the cringe duo again?
Yeah. 8 out of 9. Remember at the beginning of the day, you're like, oh, it's probably going to be 6 games, you know, quick and easy. See you guys at 9. Well, I have some news for you.
No,
It's 9.
I'm aware. Honestly, I'm aware.
Honestly, we're aware of it.
The thing is, for me, I'm not even upset with Blue Sandbox. Like, they played a great game 1. But how did Hanwha Life not play this comp properly in game 1? Like, and I feel like we went all in on being like, yeah, this comp is good. Like, it's actually super good in the Live Sandbox. And then they were like, no, it's not. And now I'm like, oh, okay.
Pressing some buttons. Die Huck.
Wait,
Big
wait,
boom
wait,
boom.
wait.
Big boom boom. Wait, they killed the Aphelios.
Nah, anyway.
Well, they killed the Aphelios.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so anyway, like, after game 1, we were watching going, oh, they're running it back. This is so silly. They clearly don't know how to do it. And then they're like, no, actually, we do know how to do it, Wolf. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, it didn't seem that way in game 1. What's going on? Are they clones of Hanwha Life Esports?
Yes.
Are they actually just Hanwha Life Esports
Lure left the game.
AIs?
Lure's just gone. All right.
That might not be that actually might be
that's
against
allowed.
the rules.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you might get a little tap on the. I don't think you're allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's probably going to be a warning, but it's okay.
Naughty, naughty. It's okay.
So we went from we don't know how to do this to we're running it back, even though clearly the casters think we don't know how to do this, but we absolutely do know how to do this, and then they did it in the exact way in which it should have been done before. So do we get a third version of this? I don't think so. I actually think we just go to a completely different draft in the final one. That's what I think, Valdez. That's what I think is about to happen. You gotta vote for POG.
Yeah, I just voted for the boom boom damage. Wait, no, I want to change it.
I
No,
voted
changed.
for
I changed.
the real MVP.
No. I changed.
Is he a Braum voter?
No, I'm not. Definitely not. I would never vote for Braum. We hate the Braum here, always.
Yeah, no, not me and Valdez. We don't really like
Braum was good because he had exhaust in this game. Like, let's be real.
Yeah, I mean, look, he had that early kill. That was it. That was the defining moment.
He did engage with Braum, which other champs are better at.
Yeah, could have been Leona.
I don't know if my vote will get changed, but let it be known that I wanted to vote for someone else.
I voted for Lure.
And I did. I voted for the top lane.
I think it's either mid or bot. Top had a good engage at the end and did play really well in the lane too, though. So
yeah, and he had great team fights. He got the Yone low in that one fight. Won the lane, had that nice roam. I don't know. Could happen. Could not happen.
I just want to move away from this draft. Please don't make me watch it a third time.
What if Live Sandbox take the blue side?
That's a pretty close to 1,000 DPM, but I just wasn't quite able to hit.
It wasn't 1,000.
Yeah, he wasn't quite able to hit 1,000 DPM. He wasn't quite able to hit 200 CC score. Try harder next time.
So I'm not going to vote for someone who can't even hit 1,000 DPM.
Try harder next time.
Roamer had a great game, but it was a little bit of boom boom. And there was a lot of fighting where he was getting a lot of big damage numbers. So there you go.
Well, 8 games, full series here for our final one. Hanwha Life bringing it back. They were the favorites of this series. They got crushed in game 1, ran back the draft, and were able to make it work very well the second time around. So I do think we will see a blue side pick this time for Live Sandbox, and things will change. Knock on non-existent caster desk.
8-game smile. Cringe duo. Smile.
Duo.
Any cringers in chat? XDD. Yeah, he would have done 1 more damage per minute if Goen didn't tax his plate gold that one time. Remember? That extra 88 might have been the game changer. Guys, we'll be back after a short break for the next game. Hello, mates. Welcome back to the show. I'm Atlas. Actually, that was more of an ox. Sorry. We have game number 8 on the way here. It is a little bit late here as Homo Life Esports go up against Live Sandbox for the 3rd time. Will we see the 3rd game of the same stuff again?
No. You know what
Sounded
you sounded
British.
like? You sounded like the My Fair Lady character.
Yeah. Hey. Do a Dutch accent. Boek. Thank you, wel. I did it. Hanwha clears. We'll see about that.
Valdez, can you tell me the rain in Spain falls mainly in the plain?
I am in Spain without the S.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's supposed to come back to rainy times tomorrow. I'm checking the weather right now.
Oh, baby.
I'm checking it just to see if that's still
love
the case.
rain.
It's been very rainy, and I think it's gonna. It says it's starting tonight.
Oh God.
But then we'll like taper off for a little bit, and then be back tomorrow. As
Last ever do incoming. Are we doing it?
yeah, it's the last one.
All right.
This is it. By the way,
One
Alice
last
and
time.
Chronicles, since you guys are here, this is the last do. We're not doing it anymore.
We get
after
fan
this.
chants every game, and we're a little bit too old school. We can't. We can't talk over it. So.
Fan chants take precedence, and also production turned our audio down to make sure that people can hear the fan chants. So it's time to. Do one last one.
Very, very subtly,
run.
not so subtly said, please don't talk over the fan chants with production. So we're not going to in the future. DDDs, nice. First time chatter. Good stuff, good stuff.
I mean, they can do it tomorrow too for their last one as well. It's not like this is the last one of all time, but it's the last one for the cringe duo.
Yeah. And maybe if there's like no fan chant, like they like leave it out there and they're like, oh, nobody's doing a fan chant, then we could do it. Sure.
Yeah.
We can play it by ear.
Sure. Okay, Kai'Sa first pick. This is familiar to me. I have seen this one before.
Oh God, no.
No.
The cringe crusaders.
You mean it's gonna be Sejuani Jax?
No, they're gonna pick Sejuani and Azir. And the Sandbox are gonna be like, well, we're not taking Jax away, so we're just gonna play, you guessed it, Rel and Cassante. Wait for it.
Rooster looked really nervous about the fact that they're running this bag.
Huh.
That's not the same order as before.
It's not the same order, but it is the same champion.
Maybe switches at the last second back to Rel. Okay. Okay.
Jax will not be taken away because he might be banned. Oh, Jax is banned.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. So that's why they're mixing it up. So we will have
They did
a
adapt.
new draft.
They did change it. I didn't notice because I was too busy reminiscing about our final do-do-do-dos.
I love doing adapt from time to time.
Ooh, a Diego pick for Vincenzo. We talked about how he is
Okay.
playing that a lot. Finance said, Annie? We got Annie!
Valdez, I just put the house on Live Sandbox to win. If they don't, I'm holding you responsible. I mean, that's basically your average better in the Challengers chat, so I'm kind of used to it by now, T1 Chronicler. Azir?
Azir?
Not too surprising. I mean, Roamer, he did get POG, and he is very good at this champ, and he's been good in general.
He's
It's
very
just
good.
3 games of Azir, and you see a sly smirk of acknowledgement from Roamer.
No Rel. She is not allowed. Sorry, Plan B. You're going to have to find Plan C.
Wow.
I make that joke at least once every time. So.
I think it's a good one. I think it's very reusable. It's recyclable. It's nice.
Let's see what is going to get banned here now, support-wise. Might see a Nautilus ban. Okay, they love the Braum here, so they're going to take it away. At Qmax, too scary.
I mean, to be honest, Duro was quite good at it in Game 2.
Yeah.
Again, though, I do think that if all you're going to do all game is engage, probably don't play Braum. And you know what they're going to play instead? It's going to be Blitzcrank. It's going to be the Crank for game number 8 of 8.
The Crank?
The Crank? especially with this Rakan ban. You know what that means.
Nautilus.
The crank? Melio banned, though? That significantly decreases our chances of the crank.
Renekton? Renekton? Renekton question mark? Renekton? Is it Renekton?
Instead of Renekton, we should call him Reluctant. Because you're reluctant to play him.
Okay, Nautilus, as expected.
Wow.
No cranks.
They're not going to play the crank.
They're going to do Nautilus Renekton, that's fine. Well, unless it's taken away here. Is it going to be taken away here? Diablo, lock it in. He typed it. It should appear.
The crank?
Outranging with the crank?
The crank?
Nah, it's just going to be
Forget
the
crank! Oh my god, it's actually him!
It is going to occur. We started the night questioning the crank. We're going to end the night with the crank.
Why are they playing the crank in this game, though? It doesn't make any sense.
Hey, outranges Nautilus. Annie, Blitzcrank synergy.
Guess so.
Deny the Renekton. Deny the Renekton. Deny the Renekton. Okay, well, Rooster will play Renekton into Cassante.
Nah, he's gonna play Gwen.
No. No.
No.
Fiora into Blitzcrank Annie? I don't think so. I'm thinking no. I'm going to say that's a bit of a concern from me, my man. That's a little bit of a lack of confidence vote here from Wolf, but please prove me wrong, Rooster. Okay.
The croc?
The croc? Oh, they got me, man. I was reeling over here. I was tripping out. I was freaking out.
Oh,
that's
God.
a really weird auto mod. I think we need to allow that.
Yeah, we need to allow Coward in
It's
our...
such a really weird thing.
I love how the default... How have we gotten this soft that Coward is not allowed in the chat?
I guess so.
No. Get in there and
I'm
allow
trying
it.
to allow
No,
it.
you need to...
I don't know how
to be
to
one
allow
of the
it.
people that are in the chat already. Chronicler, real Chronicler, not T1 Chronicler, please allow Coward.
Honestly, he's not aware of it.
No way. There we go. Oh, he said it again. Maybe it's...
It went through. I think it just went through.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay, chat. New compositions. New drafts.
The
Azir, Renekton, the crank? It's Blitzcrank Annie, popularized by BDD and Lehens earlier this year. The Viego for the resets, if they get the picks, it's a good Live Sandbox comp, but On Life also have their own picks as well. They have the Aphelios late game team fighting condition that Kai'Sa can't really compete with. A real draft from both teams, a competitive final game at the end of our 8-game day. I'll take it, Valdez.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll accept this as our final send-off for the tradition of challengers.
The last time.
The last
for
time.
the cringe duo. Let's jump into game number 3.
It's been an honor.
Even the timing was good. It was like right after they did the fan
Yeah.
cheer. That's nice. Last do you'll hear from us.
That was it was a pleasure doing with you guys.
It was a pleasure. I love doing with the gang. Please add that to my soundboard.
Valdegiggle.
Valdegiggle.
Atlas and I have decided that the Valdez giggle is like Ellie giggle, but it's Valdegiggle. We wanted to tell you, but we forgot to tell you.
Thank you. That's an honor. So we do have one Scorcher in this game. Don't tell Huni. Huni would be very angry with that.
Interesting.
Yeah, we saw this actually from, I think it was Poby also played it into his ear, Annie Scorch. But the idea is about lane dominance, isn't it, Wolf?
Yeah, well, I like it more if you're running First Strike, but...
It's just good from minute 0, well...
I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, from minute 0 to minute 10, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. Like, there are a lot of matchups where I really like Scorch. Like, for example, yeah, Renekton run rate, pretty good for Rooster. I like Scorch when you're playing, for example, the Rumble into Cassante. It's very good there. Rumble into Jax. Very good there because you want to get those additional trades. You're going to be fighting non-stop in the early game, and you need that extra damage. Even though Rumble is one of the best champions to actually get that AP scaling later on, you need that early power. Annie into his ear, how much of an advantage are you really going to get? You know, not so much. Not feeling too great. Can help you secure a kill, obviously, with the Viego. Annie-Viego synergy is pretty high, so that additional damage can be nice. But otherwise,
from minutes 1 through 10.
Gotta be missing some of that big damage to try to kill the Aphelios.
It's really easy to proc too, because when the Azir attacks you with soldiers even onto your Molten Shield, it should still proc on the Azir, I would imagine. So
I believe it does, yeah.
Even if you're like not even really attacking him, you can still make Scorch happen. You can still make Scorch a thing.
I like making Scorch happen.
Oh, the crank!
D.E.D. dead, first blood?
The crank?
The crank? The apple? Gonna get the first blood? I don't know, that was a bit of a stretch. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry to anyone listening. I really...
Apple was weird. Because it's not apple, it's apple.
Yeah.
But also, like, what? He's like brought out the Homelafi Sports emotes.
All right, so let's review this crank once again, shall we?
Yeah.
So, Lure, he's walking up. He's getting dangerously close.
Oh, the minion dematerializer, that was slick.
He got it's cranked.
Yeah.
Ooh, Plan B. Plan B has been pretty legit.
He's good. Honestly, Kyle hasn't been having the best season.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kyle.
He
great.
really hasn't. I don't know if Plan B is better than Kyle,
time
but
for Plan B? You have Plan A, which is Kyle, and now you have Plan B.
Cannon miss. Okay, he's like ready for my Annie Blitz crank. Sorry, excuse me. Annie and the crank synergy in mid lane.
Oh
no!
The crank.
Oh man! Oh, that was actually so close to death. Romer does not even know how lucky he is to be alive.
He kind of does after he saw his ward go down. He's like, oh, that was close.
Should thank his lucky stars.
Wait, so you gotta know this is the timing. You gotta know this is the timing.
What?
No! The crank!
The crank!
Oh! Ooh! Scorch!
Oh, the potion. Oh.
No, the potion. What is the potion? That was never part of this. Sneaking its way into this game. We don't care about the potion. Oh god, what is this? Double root comes down. Diablo just gonna flash.
Hook him into tower? Wait. The near crank?
Close to it?
The Blitz crank today, man. It is. I'm so glad we were not denied.
Yeah. This is why we needed 8 games.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's, to be honest, everything is worth it.
You know,
I'll be cringe for this.
It's the cringe duo, but there's there's method to the madness. There's method to the cringe, guys. Okay.
Wasn't it Duro who was the Blitzcrank last time, actually, as well?
He has definitely played Blitzcrank.
Yeah, well, I think that's the Chronicler Duro Atlas meme thing. Is he going to commit? Looks like the answer is no. What? I think he could have.
Nundo's like, oh.
Well, they did commit the Renekton, so that's going to be some plate.
Rock. I feel like that one is a little bit naughty. It's okay. I think it's fine. Daihuck almost got 2 plates. Uh-oh. But there's a Sejuani there. He's going to get rooted. But the hook goes into Diablo, who does not have his flash. He's just dead. And you know what? The crank might just follow up. That's a double kill for Homelafi Esports in the bottom lane.
He says, I am the OG crank. There's more than one hook on this rip. There's more than one grab in this bottom lane. He's coming back. He's making it happen. Romer gonna lose half of his health bar. Scorch value. But Maybe like put the Tibbers onto the Azir. He's scared.
Yeah, after...
Anyway, looks like a crank angle. He's zooming, then Gravitum strikes. There's no one to block for Duro, and that's when the counter crank happens.
Can we listen to the... Can we get a replay of the T-bot? No? Okay. I was just wondering if it was possible. That's okay. Maybe next time. They're just gonna push mid. I don't know what that is, but I think Tibbers just got taken down.
Yeah,
50
plus 50
gold.
to the Azir.
The Azir, the Renekton.
I don't know about this.
The crank.
I don't know about this. They don't know about this.
Goody knows about it. Oh, they are getting in there. Go on. Oh!
No vision. Forgivable.
I mean,
Forgivable.
okay,
Blind hooks, you know.
fine.
Can't hit them all. Just not the correct prediction.
Not the crank's prediction.
The crank? Dude, that Scorch wrecked my voice, man. I'm actually gonna have to take LCK off this week.
It's okay. It was for a good cause. It was worth it. The Scorch. Now you know what play-by-plays feel like every single day.
I know. I used to do the Yelly casting. I used to be a
Yeah,
StarCraft
back in the
play-by-play
day.
basically because the StarCraft both casters were play-by-play.
True. Let's do another cast on the river with no headsets.
Sure. Poke the eye, take the Herald.
Azir has trouble with that.
Yeah, it can be quite awkward.
Yeah.
Bit of an ambiguous situation.
All right. Well, Plan B. When's the next hook coming? Kind of waiting for this. When's the next dematerialize? He doesn't even have any more. Unlucky.
Maybe is the time of the crank at an end? I don't think so.
I don't know. I
Valdez.
don't think so.
I'm ready to believe. Okay, I'm a little bit less believing now. That was a sign.
Oh,
Signs
oh
keep
no, he
coming.
queued the wrong thing. Dang.
I think you're right.
It's like he queued the range minion,
Yeah.
but the melee minion was going to get below turret damage. So we probably missed that one melee minion. So like, how much gold is he missing out on? Like, what is? Let me do the calculations in my head. The cannon's probably like 68 gold right now, and you get like the melee minions like 23, and so we're at like what 91, and then you drag the 7, divide by 78, and yeah, about 100 gold.
The crank? Alright, so
Someone's got to crank the crank. It just needs to be wound up. Gatoran's right.
wind it up. Plan B, he's winding. Oh, he's seen on a ward.
Duh.
The two grabbing champions,
The
killing wards.
The two-time world crank champion.
Wait. Vincenzo, scary times.
You see,
He's
hanging
just standing there menacingly.
Yeah, Diego does that pretty often now, honestly. It's kind of creepy.
Plan B could have flashed for it, but he didn't have enough vision to go for it. Didn't want to commit to that Sejuani. It's actually really scary, the amount of posturing we're seeing here. Especially because the Dragon's not up for like another 30, but they actually are able to clear all this vision. Power of the crank.
Duh, Diego getting in there, Roamer. Trading it back, not scared of anything.
He doesn't afraid of anything, Valdez, and he's
Yeah.
gonna walk it out. He's getting out of there.
Another nice little stun comes in. Vinny C looking to take his turf back here in the river.
The
And
sandbox
now?
bouncing back in a big way.
Everybody wants this Hextech Drake.
Rooster does not have teleport, as you say. He wants to come down and contest this, but they do not have any prio whatsoever, HLE. And Daya comes down without expending his teleport. Feeling pretty good about this.
Same with Rooster. Ran it down to join his
Yeah,
team.
but they don't have vision of the crank.
Plan B, the crank, looking for it. Oh, he's gonna get stunned up. Can they 100-0? Massive Emperor's Divide in the back line, at least able to trade it back as Diablo, but Roamer just going to own the team fight in one fell swoop.
Well, that's that. That's going to be two dragons going to HLE, and they didn't have prio. They didn't have a ton of vision here at all, but even with the engage that was a little bit sloppy and very slow, like too patient, they waited too long. the Emperor's Device is just going to turn it instantly back in the favor of Hanwha Life Esports. And 2 kills now on this Aphelios.
Pog, is it Sejuani or Azir?
Azir for me.
Look at this. Have that play on the bottom side?
Yeah,
That's too big. Like, you lose your Aphelios, but you win everything.
And by
Oh, sorry,
Aphelios,
I meant Azir. Yes.
the bird.
The bird?
The bird?
Nah, we got to save this for Crank. Yeah. And unfortunately, the Crank might be cranked out.
He's feeling a bit cranky now.
Yeah.
You know, he's a bit overtired, you know. He's just not really feeling it anymore. He's just not having a good time. He needs to sleep, but like he can't. He's just too tired. Feels bad, man.
Too tired to sleep.
Feels bad, Crank.
The
Just gonna hit that minion.
Ooh, minion
He was
executed.
thinking about it. Great use of one fell swoop. Look up Nate Bargatze's bit about this.
I don't know if G-Sun will chase us with a belt.
I think Lunana would like that, but that's not what would happen.
Yeah, no, I don't think
Who
it's
is
that.
the CU? CU is a convenience store in Korea.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Yeah. CVS for you.
Yeah.
That's what it stands for.
Well,
Well,
bit of a lull state
all right.
now. It
Yeah.
is Cloud Soul.
Lull state.
3.5 minutes till that next dragon.
What does it mean? Are Hanwha Life just chilling? I feel like
Yeah.
their comp is very good, even though they don't have the crank. I think it's okay.
I mean, the problem is that Live Sandbox have engaged champions, but they've fallen so far behind now, 2,000 gold behind, and lack of map control means no agency, no ability to actually find those picks, no ability to look for those hooks, and without any sort of like Annie stun into Blitz crank hook into pick, or Vincenzo having the opportunity to pop off with a big Tibbers engage, it does feel like your chances of actually winning this one are pretty low unless you can actually find one of those hooks, find one of those picks, find a careless moment here. I mean, stuff like this, the control ward here is really nice if Vincenzo's standing on, because maybe then Hanwha Life Esports come over to clear it and you grab them with that hole in the vision. And look at how aggressively they're kind of roaming around as 4 here, trying to find said picks.
Oh, but the hook is going to come in from the Nautilus. Immediately, Duro just going to go down. Very big depth charge. They're trying to get something out of it. Vincenzo is just dead as immediately the Crockett's in, and another big sweep comes in from the Azir as Cassante, you know, just doing Cassante things. Diablo also able to get into that back line. Actually, a big shutdown here for Dihug on to the Aphelios, as now he's probably dead anyway. And it should be another one fight here for Hanwha Life Esports.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be an execute, although Duro. Yep, execute.
Ah!
Grabs. That's going to be the crab emote, but just a single crab though in this case. So when you get a pick as Viego, as is going to happen here, if Duro goes in, he gets blown up, you don't always have to transform. You know, you don't always have to do that. He did that. He died. And then the scoop comes through here from the Azir, and that's Roamer helping to set this fight up. Dihug is going to have to run away. We'll get the execute, but he also will go down. So Live Sandbox falling further behind. Now that 2,000 gold lead became a 4,000 gold lead. 1 minute until this third Drake, which will be Soul Point. Hanwha in a very strong position. I'm still feeling the Azir angle myself. Another big scoop to turn the fight.
Yeah, has to be.
The stats aren't going to line up with the. They're not going to lie to us either, but
Will the hips lie?
I mean, ask Shakira.
I think
I don't
she's
have the
in jail
answer.
for tax fraud.
Oh,
I don't think I can
well,
ask
if you
her.
ever
Maybe I could
get
send her
visitor's
a mail.
badge, I mean,
Yeah.
you could go visit.
Send her some snail mail.
Look, at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, we're not Stat Stevens here, so
Yeah, we're 8-game Andes for sure.
we are.
8-game Edwards.
Yeah, 8-game.
The Crank?
The Crank?
The Crank?
Is it?
Gets a flash. And an ult from the Sejuani.
I think it's Edmonds, by the way. I think we're 8-game Edmonds.
Game Edmonds, why?
Yeah, because it's just a little bit less. It doesn't sound as cool. It sounds
Yeah,
like
it does
sounds
sound
like what we
weird.
are more than being Edward. Edward has a certain sort of like finesse to it. It
Well, it's
implies a
Edward
lot.
from Twilight, right? He's kind of cool, so... Even though I've never seen that, everybody talks about Edward from Twilight. I don't even know which guy it is. If it's the Robert Pattinson guy or the other guy, the wolf guy. At
You
least
seem to know a lot about this.
I think he
You seem
transformed
to
into
know
a
a lot
wolf.
about this.
I have seen the supermassive black hole.
Duro?
The Crank gonna take out his support opposition.
Let's just say it's not looking like a Duro POG angle.
Not really.
He's trying to outrange or trying to out-engage and setting up these flanks, but he's just getting caught multiple times. They can't win this.
Oh, the Renekton, the Azir. Is it enough? Yes, it is. The sweep comes in, and Diehug is in this backline trying to make something of it. They're trying to take out Rooster, or Roamer rather. They finally do get him, but Lure is just too huge as he will take out the final member. Vincenzo getting so many resets, but it wasn't enough.
Wasn't enough. Nice try there, though, from Vincenzo doing 2,500 damage as Viego in this team fight. But Hanwha Life, the gold lead just keeps growing, and they are going to be able to win the fight. However, the Drake did go over the Live Sandbox at the same time. Duro, if he doesn't...
Zero Pog?
Zero Pog. If Duro doesn't end up dying early here, I think this fight looks very different, as I believe he actually did have his ult here, but
He got stunned.
yeah, he's just yoinked.
KT Tech.
But then they're like, okay, we trust in Roamer's big Emperor's Divides, and they have it big. As this is a very long fight, so I hope we're not missing anything live, but we are going to see the commitment here onto the Renekton. It's very difficult to kill. And then, bam! In they go, and then Lure is just shooting fish in a barrel.
Yeah, he's on red, blue, and then he gets his red-white right at the end.
If he doesn't have red-white when Vincenzo starts to get these resets, who knows?
Yeah, might be a little bit closer. A little bit. I don't know why. Yeah, it's getting late. And it's so annoying, too, because, like, the Cassante doesn't really care about the Azir wall. We saw Diablo had a pretty decent position, so there were, like, some small angles with Sandbox, but it wasn't really enough. The Azir Pond angle is pretty strong. Yeah, I need an update. Yeah, I need a Windows update, I think.
Just one.
Just the one.
It's okay.
Just replace one file.
Did you Windows update to 11? Or are you still on
Absolutely
10?
not.
Is there a reason not to go to 11? I always say no because everyone's like, I'm not doing that, but I'm like, is it better? Like, it could be better. I don't know.
Achilles has trouble playing Valorant on one of his things because of 11. Windows 11. There's like some thing going on.
Okay, thanks for clarifying. I thought you meant maybe it was the Strangers thing.
No,
Stranger Things
yeah, no,
main
it's
character.
not Stranger Things.
Okay, yeah, so.
Definitely not that one. The Crank? Gonna get it again?
Blitzcrank is the counter, okay? He is the counter.
He is the counter to Duro, that's for sure.
Yeah, Duro actually surprisingly less deaths than Plan B in this game because they're losing. But it feels like right now Plan B's got his number. You know, he's making it happen.
Even at the end of the game, like if Sandbox lose and this were solo queue, Plan B would be like, well, support it. I was like, check it out. This is me. I am the Crank.
It's him. So 100% kill participation for Guan, by the way, so far.
We're giving it to Roman.
I think we are.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, for argument's sake, putting it out there. Gonna watch Roamer kill Cannon Minion. Yep, 100% deserved.
You did it. Abyssal Mask finished here for Guan. And I think especially with the Zir going pretty ham, not a bad early pickup, especially from ahead, you know. A little bit extra to get you over the line.
The stare down? This is actually hilarious. They both looked each other in the eyes.
They did,
even though
yeah.
he didn't have vision of Plan B at all, he knew he was there.
Voting
And he's
for
got the
Crown Zir.
Nautilus skin where he actually has big eyes to look him in the eyes with.
It's kind of scary.
Big beady eyes.
Well, they have to have an idea that they're somewhere over here. That they are. Going to show themselves as Rooster. Free turret in the bottom lane.
Looking for a second one as well. Guti over the wall, maybe?
This could be the angle for the Annie and Crank duo.
They're just going to go start Baron, try to force a teleport.
There's a control ward in there. I don't know if Live Sandbox really knew about it, but now they do. And that is going to force the teleport to come in pretty early on. Live Sandbox are like, cool. Just back off.
This is the Annie spot. You've got to know Annie's in there. Please, on life. Okay, he knows.
The dodge. As Sejuani ult's going to go blind here again. The Crank is going to force out a flash, but now Guti in a bit of a rough spot. He is going to get stunned 100 to 0 as well. The Annie spot is snuffed out immediately as in goes Roamer. He does have a crown, so he is okay.
That's pretty advanced. Most of our LCK teams can't figure that one out, but at the end of the day, Hanwha Life Esports is going to just say, I know Annie's in there. And
okay, well,
this one might just be over, Valdez.
Yeah, so much for the Crank. He's just gone. And Hanwha Life Esports take a Baron. They will take another Cloud Drake here for the team.
So, 567 damage. Guti in that fight.
Yes.
He, more like no, actually. The Yumi emote just keeps coming through for Juan. He's lost his 100%. Unfortunately, but yeah, that is very sad. But he's not getting POG anyways, so
if he gets POG, he's going to have like 94%. It's going to be really awkward.
Be a little bit awkward, but not that awkward.
It'd be like when Roamer got 999 DPM.
Yeah, and like 99 CC or 199 CC score. Couldn't get 200. Really?
Really? Are you even trying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna get a replay of that fight. It looks like Observer's a little bit timid on it, but I wanted to talk about the fact that they know Annie is there, and because Live Sandbox don't. Yeah, the facts, not an opinion. That Live Sandbox are like being so slow with their engage. Hanwha Life just decide, hey, there's an Annie over there. Let's kill her first, and then we win the fight. And he's forced to awkwardly flash over the wall towards his teammates who are not setting anything up. I guess we're just not going to get a replay on that one, but it's okay with me. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I just explained it, in fact, so it's okay.
You did it.
Yeah.
You figured it out. We have reached a conclusion on this topic. He did flash directly into Rooster, who was like, thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't really anywhere for him to go, unfortunately. He was either going to die or flash and then die anyways. And he chose to try to do things. It didn't work. That's okay, Duro. Take out your anger on that wall.
Yeah, at the end of the day, oh, he did it again. At the end of the day, all he has to do is press Q and R, and even if he goes down, his team is really fed. As long as he doesn't get cranked again.
It's like that Who song.
Yeah, we won't get cranked again.
Yep. It's great. It's got some real 80s vibes to it.
So they're just kind of hanging out in the small portion of land that they still control. It's not very much. I like that ward there. It's a little sneaky one, but they did see it.
Yeah, clearing it out. The siege here, not amazing for Hanwha Life, to be honest. So, you know, it's taking their comp is so good defensively and doing engages, but if Live Sandbox can sit behind a turret, they don't care. And dodging these W's is going to be pretty paramount. And so far, it's been pretty decent. No, don't.
No,
do
Duro.
It. Don't do it.
Don't
Not
make us
play
say
that
the
game.
crank again.
Don't play that game.
Little angle there, trying to get in onto Guti. It looks like takes a ton of damage as Duro. This time he's got a stopwatch, and again the sweep comes in. Roamer will not be stopped. These guys have very similar names. It's very difficult. As down will go the turret, and it looks like Hanwha Life Esports may have just had enough of this game.
Looks like Rooster is going to back TP back in to end. They
on the cannon?
have a
on the
cannon.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, the cannon. The cannon.
Pushing.
Going on in, but they gotta attack the turret now if they want to end it here, but instead they'll just take the Cassante and wait for the next wave. It's 5v2. Looks like Life Esports have done it tonight.
They have very rough start to the series, but bouncing back in a big wave.
Yeah, they ran back the comp. This time it actually worked, and the crank is now going in the ground. As down will go the turrets, and down will go the Nexus. Life Esports, they take down the 2-1 victory tonight. As there is
Rip the
one.
crank.
Yeah.
I voted.
It's fun while it lasted.
I voted mid. I'm a mid voter. I'm
There's
a
only
zero
one
voter.
vote. There's only one vote in this game.
There's only one. Well, yeah, I think so. As the coaching staff is kind of like, well, remember when we lost game 1 and it was really scary, and then we crushed games 2 and 3?
Yeah. Goody looks pretty sad.
Yeah, well, it was a tough one. He didn't have his greatest Annie performance. I think we know now why the Annie was not prioritized by this team. As, wow, we're really just going to do sad Goody dirty here. This gets hit by the Sejuani ult, drops his ult in, but it's too late. And then, Roamer. That's all there is to say.
We didn't get the 9th game, but at least we have C4, Caster,
We
and Chat
do.
Community Corner, where Wolf is going to ask us this
I
very
do have the question.
thought-provoking question.
I do have the question. I was going to mention it in this game, but it's been kind of...
I swear on the crank, if Aphelios wins POG, I will not be happy. I swear on that.
Yeah, the question was like going to be for killing downtime, but that game was pretty high octane. 22 to 8 kills, a 13,000 gold lead end, and I'm ready for Roamer to get his POG. I'm ready for us to be told.
Yep.
Because Chat's also getting a little bit stressed out. That might not be him.
Yeah, Chat's like, all right.
And before
It's
it goes
time.
to Renekton, and then Yundo's like, it's clear Renekton. I'm like, no, Yundo, no, not again. I'm kidding. I'm
He's just
teasing.
like, what do you mean? Duro had so many great engages.
He baited them.
You know, he was kind of the one going in first, actually.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, right? Like, Duro would, he would get pulled in, so he was the one going in, you know. I can see the angle.
I'm just glad we got the crank at the end of the day.
Crank?
Yundo's
Yundo.
like, uh-oh,
Mm.
uh-oh. Wait for it. Wait
kicked W?
for it.
Uh-oh.
Yundo's cooking, uh-oh.
Media kick W. Get them ready.
It's taking a while for some reason. It's making me nervous. Why is it taking a while? It should probably just be pretty simple, if you ask me. I put my vote in so fast that production got confused and I had to write it a second time.
Boss champ.
Might just be needing some extra time to get the interview ready. That's what's going on, right? There's definitely
Must
nothing
be,
strange going on here, right? I think it's totally normal, right? Totally fine. Everything's okay. Zier's going to get there. Their music ran out. That's not a good sign, Valdez. But he got it.
Hey!
Okay. When the music runs out, that's when you worry.
You know
But he's
kick
okay.
W?
Oh,
All right, we did
oh,
it.
okay. All right.
Okay.
Look at that
Nice.
CC score. Almost
170.
200 again.
Yeah. He wasn't the boom boom damager, but
No.
he was the official chimney sweep.
Yeah, he
of
was
team.
the scoop sweeper.
Observers were mid votes. Nice.
Okay.
Yundo's just a sly dog, you know,
He just was trolling
the
us.
troller. It's
He
okay.
was also
You did the
a
right
mid
thing in the
Yone
end.
voter, but that's okay. We can go mid all 3 games. That's fine. That's all right.
Roamer is pretty good. Turns
He is,
out.
yeah, as it turns out, he's pretty good. This might be the team that challenges D+ this season. So, the question I had for you, Valdez,
All right.
and for chat, it was a highly contentious conversation I had
Contagious?
on Monty Wolf. Contentious conversation.
Converse.
Stop it, Valdez. We only have so much time here in C4.
My
It's our
brain
last
has run
chance.
out of ability, you know, play-by-plays. Sorry, I'll
So it was
stop
a very-
talking.
it was a
Please
very-
tell me.
It was a very
intensely debated topic today. Is Pays or Viper the better AD carry in the LCK right now?
Probably Pays, I would say.
So, Pays, the argument that was given to me that Pays is not even
Oh,
better
you
than
were
aiming.
you were a Pays guy?
I was the Pays guy. I picked Pays.
Henna?
The argument was that aiming was also better than Pays and that Viper was better than Pays for the
I mean,
impacts
aiming
they
is
make
having
for
a
the team.
good season, but I don't think that.
The
No.
stats don't show that Pays is actually the best AD carry, but I think that he has less opportunity to do so because his team is so good that he doesn't actually need as many
Stats
resources.
or whatever. If you watch all the games, I mean, Pays is
His
clearly.
positioning is fantastic. His laning is pretty good.
He basically just hard dumpsters pretty much every team he comes into contact with. Him and Delight win like every single lane and team fight.
So nobody in chat seems to think. Okay, wait, hold on. Lunana says for going team impact, I'll go Viper. But which player is better? Just which player is the stronger player all around?
Yeah, Viper probably helps his team more just because Gen.G have 5 insane players, whereas Home Life don't really have that level.
So is Pays MVP right now? Is he the leading runner for MVP, or is it Keen?
It's probably Pays after I saw the Rumble games from Keen.
So after one bad Rumble series, you're going
No,
the
I
other way.
think that Pays has been more dominant.
I'm feeling pretty strongly right at this point in time. For me, it's Keen. But it's Keen, Pays, and then honestly, probably either Cuz or BDD for me. Like if we do 5 votes, because we don't always do 5 votes, in order where you give your top 5, could be those for me.
KT or Keen team is the only player whose name fits in the team name.
It's true.
It is a little bit of Keen go kill. He does do that, but he is surrounded by a really strong top side. Not to take anything away from Keen, because he also does just dumpster every lane that he goes into as well, much like Pays and Delight do. Yeah, I think it's pretty close. I'm probably leaning Pays, but Keen would definitely be my number 2.
I feel like the Korean side unanimously will all vote for Pays. So
I wouldn't be too surprised.
That's
by
like
that.
that's one of those things where I'm like, well, it doesn't affect my vote, but I do think right now Pays will win. Like I think he's probably going to win, but I don't know if I'm ready to vote for him. But it's close.
Well, we do still have 3 more weeks. Is it 3? Yeah, it's 3.
7, 8, 9, and then playoffs. But like we'll vote after week 9.
Yeah. Maybe KT versus Gen.G can solidify your decision.
Yeah, it's not obviously a direct matchup between the two, so
No.
it's a little bit tricky. But
like, what if Keen absolutely wrecks lane in a couple of games and takes over? Might push some of us towards Keen.
For me, like
they're both the best teams other than themselves.
The Rumble pick that's kind of this niche micro meta for these 2 weeks where we went back to 13-12 and everyone realized Rumble was good. Is not really going to be indicative for me as to whether I think Keen is strong or not, because it's like
also like it was super
patch.
happy gaming.
Yeah,
against DRX, right?
Yeah, and like I'm looking at the whole season like 90%, like 90% of the season or 95% of the season even, where like he played extremely well and not that one cherry picked series, which feels weird to take away from him with. So. I just thought it would be a fun conversation to have. Like a lot of people were saying, a lot of people leaning towards Viper is
it just for better AD carry or
better
for
AD
like
carry?
MVP?
Better AD carry, not for MVP. Just people were saying it can't be Pays for MVP because Viper is better than he is and aiming is better than he is what I was hearing.
Yeah,
and Monty was the one leading the charge of this, but he was not the only one who felt this way. Like a lot of people online echoed his sentiment as well, and the stats also reflected like some of what he was saying. So. I just want to know what you guys thought. Sounds like you guys think I'm right, so I just thought it'd be interesting. I wanted to see if like more people disagreed with me or not, because I was like, wow, I really didn't expect this pushback. But
Pays is not MVP because his team is better.
It's harder to quantify whether he's MVP or not because his team is better, right? Like, it's harder to like straight up prove that he should be MVP.
He's the most outstanding player individually, but he's not technically the most valuable.
Yeah,
because
I like
as
that. I like that take.
As like a portion of his team, he's not necessarily carrying as large of a portion as Viper
But
is.
MVP is not really a defined thing. Like, generally speaking, it means best in Korea. It doesn't mean, like, most valuable in that sense, the Western sense of, like, what does it mean? Which is why...
It's like POG of the season.
You will almost never, ever, ever see in Korea a player who is MVP who's not on the team that wins regular season. It's, like, almost never going to happen. I don't know if it actually has ever happened before. Because the Korean mentality of the fans would be like, but he didn't even win the season, so he can't be the best, you know? So even though it's a team game with individual players.
You remember that season, I think it was after you had joined, where it was like Chovy versus Showmaker. And I think Dom won gaming at the time. Won the season, and Showmaker got first, but people were like, no way, like Chovy's much better, like he should have gotten MVP.
Yeah.
I think some of that argument was kind of dipping into some of the same things we were just talking about, you know.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of ready to start.
And Showmaker like carried by Canyon a little bit because he's so good. Not that Showmaker isn't.
I'm kind of ready to start having the conversation about it though, because I want to define what MVP means. Like, what does it actually mean? Is it just the best player, or is it the best, highest impact on the team? Like, which one is it?
I vote for the best player.
If we're all voting for different reasons, then shouldn't we align in terms of our voting? So I'm down to start talking about it, and it was a great way to spend that time in our C-Force. Thank you for
that was good. That passed by really fast. That was a good discussion. No, we don't know where Fanker is, but we'll find him eventually. As Home Life Esports, they do ruin our graphic, but that's okay. They were the home team. They won the series, and that was the end of it.
Yeah,
2-1, nothing to see here.
It was definitely the... Nah, I'm not going to say it. It was an interesting series.
Yeah.
It was not the one I expected, let's say. I think it ended up being pretty interesting. Hanwha, I think there's a lot to learn, despite what was overall a dominant win, but they will solidify their spot in second place. A loss here would have actually put them close to Nongshim. I think they would have been just one game score ahead, but still very close here in top 5, actually. You see Gen.G is a few wins behind, but otherwise our top 4 is very, very close. And then towards the bottom of the standings, you know, a bit of a tier list drop-off after DRX, but I think Gen.G looking slightly stronger than KT, and then below KT, who knows, Valdez?
Who knows?
But if they don't make playoffs, you know,
it's going to be Bro.
You think so?
Bro's going to make a last-second Giga Chad run.
Maybe they will. I mean, that was a pretty impressive series we saw from them earlier today. In some aspects, right? Like, I think this team has the potential. I just want to see, like, less runbacks to draft. Don't... Like, I think sometimes you need to take a step back and look at the big picture and not the small things. And today, I was a little bit annoyed at...
Zoom out.
Yeah, like, look at the big picture, not the small moments. As tomorrow, you got 2-game Tuesday.
2-game Tuesday, KT versus Kwangdong Freaks. Kwangdong Freaks coming off of a 1-game win against DK, rather. Maybe that'll push them ahead as Gen.G up against DRX. That one could be close. Definitely favoring DRX, but maybe just a little bit of statistics Steven in this one. Not 100% sure. I think DRX are the better team, but it's challengers, baby.
It is. And Kwangdong, they took a game off D+. Anything's possible, you know? I do think that first series is the more one-sided one, but Gen.G have improved a lot this season. So I think a lot of those 6 losses were earlier in the season, and they've looked like a stronger team, so I wouldn't count them out by any means tomorrow. Looks like a 5-game Tuesday to me.
No, it's a 2-game Tuesday, Wolf.
2-game Tuesday, but 5 games within it.
2-game, 5-game Tuesday.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I think. That's my feeling about it. Thank you guys for being with us in what was a very emotional final. Do.
Yeah,
it was hard for us,
and it's not even the last week of the season, so we have more times where we're just gonna be here and not saying do.
Next year, you know, I mean, we might not even have the same music next year, for all we know.
And then Dudu's just gone forever.
They can't take it out of your hearts and memories though.
Maybe we need to find what song it is and like download it and then do like a stream.
Yeah, why
like
did-
5
why
years in
hasn't-
the future
Why
would
hasn't
be
anyone
like
done that yet? It's kinda
little
weird.
little like reunion, little comeback stream.
Yeah, how has nobody done that? That's wild.
Well, guys, please closing comment. It is time for the stop comments, and it was a great day today. We are the Cringe Duo with 8 games out of 9, as always, and we will see you next week, as we will do 2 Game Tuesday next week, and we'll see how that goes. But until then, goodbye.